In the heart of Lagos City lived a man named Oba. By day, he was just another face in the crowd, an office worker buried in files, deadlines, and endless traffic. By night, he returned to a small apartment where silence was his only companion. Oba was not poor, but he was not wealthy either. He had enough to survive: an old car, a modest flat, and clothes decent enough to blend into the city crowd. But yet, something was missing: love. His colleagues teased him. "Oba, you are almost 40 and still no wife. What are you waiting for? An angel?" Some even joked that he was cursed, a man destined to die alone. Oba laughed with them, but when he closed the door to his lonely apartment at night, the laughter turned into silence, and the silence into prayers. He begged God, the heavens, or anyone who could hear him for a companion. One evening, after working late, he decided to take a walk instead of driving home. The city streets were quieter than usual, the air heavy after a recent rain. Neon lights flickered on broken signboards, and the hoops of generators filled the distance. As Oba crossed a dimly lit street, he felt someone watching him. From the corner of his eyes, he saw her. She stood beneath a faulty streetlight that blinked on and off, casting her in shadows. She was striking, skin smooth and dark like polished marble, her eyes glowing faintly in the half-light. Her beauty seemed unreal, as though she didn't belong to the noise and the dust of Lagos. "Oba," she said softly, her voice cutting through the night like music. He froze.
How did you know my name?"
The woman only smiled.
"I know many things, more than you can imagine. But tonight, I only want to walk with you."
From that night, she returned again and again, always at night, always in dark places, corners of empty streets, rooftop lit only by moon, or even in his apartment where she appeared without him hearing the door open. She listened when he spoke of his struggles, comforted him when he confessed his loneliness, and gave him the warmth he had longed for. Before long, Oba fell in love with her. Against logic, against reason, he welcomed her into his life. But there are things he chose to ignore. She never answered his calls in the day, never touched his food, never stood in the sunlight. She belonged only to the shadows. Still, blinded by love and desperate to prove he wasn't cursed, Oba made her his wife in secret. And though his heart was full, his body began to change. His eyes grew hollow, his strength weaker, and his skin pale. Friends at work noticed and asked if he was sick, but Oba only smiled and said,
"I have never been happier."
What he didn't know was that every night, as she lay beside him in the darkness, she was not only giving him love, she was feeding on his very life. Thus began the story of Oba, the man who married darkness in the city that never sleeps. Stay tuned for part 2.